Hello everyone, Zarvolt here, and today we're going to be playing a red, blue, and black discard deck. Now this deck is inspired from a couple of decks that were on YouTube here. Nighthawk233 did a deck like this a couple of weeks ago, and then Daniel Wagner, also known as Covert Go Blue, did a deck like this. And I took ideas from both these decks and kind of added my own ideas and made a deck that I like to play. I'll show you what I've got in this deck, and then we'll play a few games and see how it does. We've got 3 Ruthless Sniper. Whenever you cycle or discard a card, you may pay 1. If you do, put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. So discard, and you can put negative counters on there, so you can shrink down their big creatures. So pretty good card. We've got 3 copies of Lightning Axe. As an additional cost to Lightning Axe, discard a card or pay 5 mana. Lightning Axe deals 5 damage to target creature, so this is one of our main removal spells, and it's a way to get cards into the graveyard that we want to pull back later. And we've got 2 Wharf Infiltrators. Now this card, he's a 1/1 for 2 mana, but he's got Skulk, and then whenever Wharf Infiltrator deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Whenever you discard a creature card, you may pay 2. If you do, put a 3/2 colorless Eldrazi Horror creature token onto the battlefield. Now this guy can make the Eldrazi tokens all day for us. If we don't have Drakehaven out, this guy can start making tokens for us and doing extra damage with those tokens. So he's a really good card. Of course, we got 2 Scrapheap Scrounger. Scrapheap Scrounger can't block. For 1 and a black, exile another creature card from your graveyard. Return Scrapheap Scrounger from your graveyard to the battlefield. We've got 4 Cathartic Reunion, one of the other main reasons to run red, so you can have an easy way to discard creatures and get them back out of the graveyard. But this thing lets you draw 3 cards, but as an additional cost to Cathartic Reunion, discard 2 cards. So you're discarding the stuff that you want to get rid of. We've got 2 Prized Amalgam. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, if it entered from your graveyard or you cast it from your graveyard, return Prized Amalgam from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped at the end of the next end step. So this thing, whenever you're bringing creatures out of the graveyard or you bring up Scrapheap Scrounger, this guy will come in at the end step automatically. So a really good creature. 2 Oath of Jace. When Oath of Jace enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards. And this is at the beginning of your upkeep, scry X, where X is the number of planeswalkers you control. We don't have any planeswalkers in this deck, so that effect is not relevant. 2 Drakehaven. It's a 3 mana cost enchantment, blue. Whenever you cycle or discard a card, you may pay 1. If you do, create a 2/2 blue Drake creature token with flying. Fevered Visions. At the beginning of each player's end step, that player draws a card. If the player is your opponent and has 4 or more cards in hand, Fevered Visions deals 2 damage to him or her. We've got 4 Fiery Temper. Fiery Temper instant. Fire Temper deals 3 damage to target creature or player, and you can madness it out for 1, which is probably what we're going to be doing, is discarding it and getting rid of their creatures with it mainly. Then we got, this is one of the new things that I'm trying to use with this deck. This is, it's hard to master this style of play, but what you're wanting to do, put this in the graveyard, then bring it back by discarding some cards, and hopefully you've got a Drakehaven or something else out to give you extra tokens when you bring this guy out. And you can discard stuff, madness it out, and get special effects with it. And this card is very hard for control decks to deal with unless they can exile it, because you can keep bringing it back by discarding cards. So whenever Haunted Dead enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying onto the battlefield. For 1 and a black, discard 2 cards, return Haunted Dead from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Okay, so this thing is a really great card. We got 2 Cut to Ribbons. Okay, Cut deals 4 damage to a creature. The ribbon side is Aftermath. Each opponent loses X life, so it's X plus 2 black mana. So this can really save you. I really love Cut to Ribbons. I think it's the best card in the Amoket set block. It's one of my favorites. 3 Advanced Stitchwing. Now this is like the Haunted Dead. It can come back if you discard 2 cards. So put this in your graveyard. You can keep bringing it back over and over again by discarding cards. And since we've got a bunch of madness cards and things to create drakes from Drakehaven, hopefully it'll work out better for us to keep bringing this guy back. Archfiend of Ifnir. Flying. Whenever you cycle or discard another card, put a -1/-1 counter on each creature your opponent controls, and you can cycle it for 2. In our land base, we've got 3 island, 3 swamp, 3 mountain, 2 Wandering Fumarole, 2 Smoldering Marsh, 2 Sunken Hollow, 2 Drowned Catacomb, 2 Sulfur Falls, 2 Dragonskull Summit, and 3 Evolving Wilds. Now that's the deck. Okay, what do we have? We've got 3 land, a low creature, some stuff to discard, and a way to discard them. So this looks pretty good so far. So I guess we'll keep this deck and see what happens. Okay, looks like they've got green and red mana. So I guess we'll play the Wandering Fumarole because it will always come in tapped, and we'll get the tap lands out of the way. Could have played Dragonskull Summit first, and then that way we could have got our Ruthless Sniper out, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and play the Dragonskull Summit now, and if they've got something to kill, we can kill it with Lightning Axe and discard either our Haunted Dead or our Advanced Stitchwing. Okay, there's something maybe to kill. Okay, Architect of the Untamed. Okay, let's go ahead and play this Fevered Visions, I guess, since we just drew it. Here's Architect of the Untamed. Whenever land enters the battlefield, you get energy, and then you get 6 energy. You can make a beast token. So yeah, Fevered Visions. I'm glad I got that out early. Okay, they play land. They get energy from the Architect of the Untamed, and then they've got Flame Shadow Conjuring. Okay. So I guess we're going to take 2 from that, and some sort of energy deck. But Flame Shadow Conjuring, whenever you play a creature, it lets you make a copy of that creature, and the copy has haste, but then it goes away after that turn. But you got to pay 1 red mana to activate it. So what do we need to do? Let's see. Lightning Axe that guy. Discard that. I guess Oath of Jace, and then discard our 2 cards that we can get back, and draw some different cards. Yeah, I think that's the best plan. I didn't get to get the sniper out yet. I wanted to get him out, but I just didn't have enough mana. Enough land. Maybe we'll get him out this next turn. Kind of let him put creatures out, and then kind of surprise him with the Ruthless Sniper and start taking counters down off of him. Okay, they've got Imperial Voyager. It's a 2/3 flyer that whenever it attacks and does damage, you get energy equal to its power. So they use the Flame Shadow Conjuring, so they made a copy with haste, but it'll go away after this turn. But they did get the extra energy from it. So they took the damage from Fevered Visions, so that's good. So I'm glad that so far Fevered Visions is the only damage we've done to them, but we're able to keep up with it. We need more mana down, I guess. Let's see. Attack with Wandering Fumarole isn't really going to help us. So let's just put one of these land down, and put our Ruthless Sniper down, have it ready. And do I go ahead and cut the ribbons at creature, or Cathartic Reunion and put negative counters? I think we'll cut it. Get cut to ribbons in the graveyard. So we've got a Haunted Dead and a Cut to Ribbons. Okay, so we could bring back that Haunted Dead if we discarded something. Okay, more land. That's the thing about this deck. You usually make all your land drops because you're constantly digging through your deck. See, we're already 3 cards deeper. We've got 42 and they've got 45. So we're 3 cards deeper already than they are. Okay. That Hydra, that is not good. He's got enough energy to do a couple of activations on it. So if we Lightning Axe that thing, he's going to go ahead and use his energy. But we'll just discard one of these lands and make him use the energy. Because I just want him to... eventually he'll get to a point where he won't have energy to make it hexproof. Bristling Hydra gets hexproof if you pay 3 energy, and it gets +1/+1 counter put on it. And he gets to make a copy of it and get extra energy. So he's got a good little deck going here. I like his deck idea with the Flame Shadow Conjuring. So we can't block that. Because I don't want... Okay, here's Bristling Hydra for a second there. Just to kind of see what it was. You can pause the video if you want to see the stats on it. Okay, takes damage from Fevered Visions. Okay. He's got a pretty big Bristling Hydra though. How do we do this? No matter what we do, he's going to activate the Bristling Hydra's ability to get hexproof whenever we try to cast a spell on it. So, what do we do? Do we just discard this Cut to Ribbons with the Cathartic Reunion and try to put counters on it? But if we put counters, he's going to make it hexproof, so that won't work. Do we get something out of our graveyard, maybe? That might be the way to go. There's a bunch of different... The thing about this deck, there's just a bunch of different ways to go. Here's Bristling Hydra. So, yeah, I'm not sure the right way to go. Maybe we just get something out on his turn. That might be the best way. Yeah, I don't know which way to go. I'm not used to using these cards yet. If we go ahead and do this, what are we going to discard? That's the thing. I think we just put the Sniper down and then maybe discard the Ribbons and the Cathartic Reunion. And I'm running out of time. So, guess Cathartic Reunion and discard these 2 cards. And we'll go ahead and try to do that. That'll force him to use his energy. He's got a ton of energy for that thing. But that's the second Ribbons in the graveyard. So let's see what we draw here. Okay, we drew 2 Fiery Tempers. Okay. So can we bring back Haunted Dead and use these 2 Fiery Tempers? I think that's what the best plan is. So I think the way I'm going is doing it the right way. So we'll hold back Ruthless Sniper as a blocker. And we can bring back Haunted Dead and do 2 Fiery Tempers and then Cut to Ribbons after that. I think we can win unless something else happens. Okay. Is a Voltaic Brawler. It's a 2/3. Can use energy. Do I go ahead and do this now? I think I go ahead and do this now. No, we better not put any counters. We need to do that way. We'll act like we're going to do it, and then it'll force him to use the energy to make it hexproof. But we won't really do that. We're going to go ahead and discard these 2 Fiery Tempers and do the damage directly to him. Okay, Fiery Temper number 1. Let me make sure I'm thinking about this right way. If we do 2 and 2, that's 6 damage right now. Then with the ribbons, we've got him close to being dead. So I think this is the right thing, I think. Because this is going to put him at 8. He's going to do quite a bit of damage to us. That'll also bring back the Prized Amalgam at the end of our turn. So I'm still kind of learning the best time to bring the stuff out of the graveyard, like the Haunted Dead, but we'll see if it works for us. Okay, he's going to cut our Ruthless Sniper, okay. So we are going to block the Hydra, I guess. So we don't take that damage. Okay, Fever Visions, so we've got him to 6. We've got a couple of creatures. Okay, I think we can do damage now and then ribbons him. I think that's the, or we could do the Wandering Fumarole, but I think ribbons is going to be better. Let's see, what is in our graveyard? The ribbons. So let's see if we got enough. We've got 6 mana down. We play a land that's 7, so we can do 5. So if one of these creatures gets through, so unless he's got a fog, we've got him beat here. Okay, we attack. Does he know I've got the ribbons? Maybe. So he's going to trade. We're going to do 2. Okay, then we got to cut the ribbons for, we can do it for 5, so that's got him. Okay, this was a close game. I like the Flame Shadow Conjuring idea that he's got going on, but we prevailed this time. Okay, what do we got? We got 1 land, we can't keep that. 4 land, I guess we'll keep this. Remember, in this deck, we can always discard the extra land that we don't need, so we'll definitely do that. Put down the Wandering Fumarole because it's going to come in tapped no matter what. I would like to get the Wharf Infiltrator down, kind of show you what he can do. So let's go ahead and put him down. And then we'll probably play this Evolving Wilds this next turn, and we'll see what happens. See what we draw. See what we play. I'm hoping they don't put anything out, and we can attack with the Wharf Infiltrator and discard a creature card, and then make an Eldrazi token. That would be pretty good. Okay, they've got a Selfless Spirit. I think we'll go ahead and attack into that. And if they want to trade for the Selfless Spirit, we'll just do that. Do I play this land or the Evolving Wilds? I don't know. Let's just attack and see what happens. Okay, does not block. Okay, so we can definitely draw a card and discard a card. Discard this. And pay and get our Eldrazi token. Okay, here's Selfless Spirit. You can sacrifice Selfless Spirit and make his creatures indestructible. So that is not good. I would like to get rid of that if I can. Okay, we went ahead and got the second red so that we got double red. So here's Selfless Spirit. Okay, does he attack with Selfless Spirit? Of course he does. I'm not sure if this deck is running flash creatures, probably flash spirits. Okay, let's play this land down. Let's attack and see what he does. Okay, Nibblegust Herald. It can tap one of our creatures down. It's got flash, so this is flash spirits. Taps our creature down. Okay. Not much we can do about it tapping our creature down. We'll go ahead and attack. See if he wants to block. Okay, let's discard one of these. Advanced Stitchwings. Let's go ahead and pay. There's Nibblegust Herald. It's a pretty bad card. It can keep flashing in stuff and tapping our stuff down. Let's make him sacrifice the Selfless Spirit. Not sure what he's got. Okay, he's got rattle chains to make his thing have hexproof. And tap down our guy, but that's not going to matter. Let's go ahead and kill this rattle chain so that we can attack through. So he didn't have a blocker. And does he have some sort of other trick? Okay, he's got a second Selfless Spirit. Okay. So that's not good. So it gives everything indestructible. So that was a very bad turn for us. Okay. How do we do this to win? I guess we go ahead and attack. Okay, so we did quite a bit of damage to him. We'll discard a card, make another Wharf Infiltrator. And I guess we need more land, so let's just go ahead and do that. We can bring back the Advanced Stitchwing maybe. Declaration in Stone. Okay, that's very bad. He got rid of our 3 tokens in one hit, so that is not good. I thought we were kind of going to win, but now I'm not so sure. Let's see if we do this. Okay, I didn't make it fast enough for the end step for the other guy to come in. Okay, so we've got a Drakehaven. How do we do this? So that Declaration in Stone really hurt us. Now I'm not sure how to win this. What's the path to victory now? To bring back the Advanced Stitchwing now, or just wait? If we don't attack, he's probably going to tap our stuff down anyway. So I think we just need to go ahead and attack. We've got him at 7. Okay, there's an Archfiend. So let's play that. And let's see what he's got. So let's see, our Prized Amalgam should come back, right? Okay, he's got Bishop. Bygone Bishop. He's able to play all these spirits with flash because I think Doublegeist Herald lets your all other spirits let you play them as if they had flash even when they don't. So okay, so his guy's tapped out. Okay. Could have definitely done some things in that game differently, and maybe I'd have had a better chance. But I'm still kind of learning this deck, so we'll see. Okay, what do we got? We've got 3 land, a couple of low-level creatures. We've got a removal spell and Cathartic Reunion to get some stuff. So let's get this out. And I guess get a blue mana, because we don't have a blue. So we can play the Wharf Infiltrator, and then we'll see what happens after that. But put the red mana down, play Wharf Infiltrator. So they've got a black-red over there, okay. So let's play this out. And then we can discard our Haunted Dead and get a token started. Get our little Eldrazi Horror token started. Okay, they've got an Evolving Wilds, and they've got Insolent Neonate. Okay. Some Menace, and then they can sacrifice it and draw and discard a card. Fevered Visions. I like getting Fevered Visions out, so let's put that out. Yeah, it's got to be the way to go. Let's attack first and then put it out. Let's make sure they didn't have something stupid. If they trade here, okay. If they block and then sacrifice, okay, that's fine too. So they are going to sacrifice it. Draw and discard. Okay, Haunted Dead. Are we up against a mirror match? I didn't think that many people were playing a deck like this, so that's interesting. But let's get our Fevered Visions out and see where we can go from there. Okay, what do they have? They've got a Haunted Dead in their graveyard they can bring back. Have to remember that. So that may be what they're planning on doing. Okay. But we've got Lightning Axe. So they take 2 damage from Fevered Vision. So let's go ahead and play that. Do we put our Sniper down? I think we put our Sniper down too. Then we can Fiery Temper and Lightning Axe the Haunted Dead if they put that out. So let's go ahead and attack. And let's see if they bring their Haunted Dead back. Okay, that's what they're doing. Okay, they're discarding a Fiery Temper and a Prized Amalgam. And they're going to kill one of our creatures. They're going to kill our Ruthless Sniper. So they're letting the guy go through. I guess they're thinking they're going to block it. But Haunted Dead comes in tapped. what's taking so long? Did I pause it? I guess I paused it by accident. Oh well. Okay, Haunted Dead. Okay, let's Lightning Axe. I guess we'll go ahead and kill both these guys. Now he can bring it back. Let's see, we need to kill the spirit because he's just going to bring the Haunted Dead back. Let's get rid of our Haunted Dead, and that way we can pay and make an Eldrazi token. We can discard Fiery Temper to Cathartic Reunion. Whatever else we draw, we can discard them both to the Cathartic Reunion. Okay, so let's go ahead and discard that. And we draw a Ruthless Sniper. Okay, so far pretty good. Let's see how our deck does against their deck. I didn't expect to have a deck where people are playing the same kind of deck, or at least similar. I'm not running Insolent Neonate, but it's an excellent choice for a deck like this. Okay, he attacks, and we're going to take 5 damage. So far he's winning the race to be the first to get their opponent to 0. Okay, land. We definitely need land. Do we bring one of these back yet? Let's see, how do we do this? Put our Ruthless Sniper down. Then we can take a counter off the Haunted Dead and not kill it so he can't bring it back. Maybe. I'm just trying to think about the best plan. So we play that. Play Ruthless Sniper. Let's attack with Wharf Infiltrator. See what we draw. Okay, we draw a land. Discard the Fiery Temper. Put a -1/-1 counter on the Haunted Dead. We don't want to kill it because it'll just bring it back. But if we make it a 1/1, it'll be weak and we can block it. Fiery Temper, the other guy, the Prized Amalgam, so that it's not out there. Okay. So that's good. Now we can bring something back if we want to here in a second. We might bring Haunted Dead back. I don't know. Let's wait and see what he plays. How things go. Okay. Archfiend of Ifnir. I'd like to play him. Looks like we'll be able to this next turn. Okay, he's got a Distended Mindbender, which lets him take 2 cards. He can take one with a converted mana cost of 3 or less, and one with 4 or more. So that means he's going to take both those cards. So we might as well discard him right now, so that he can't take anything. And we've got land in our hand, so he can't take any cards from us. So that's kind of crappy that he had that, but there's nothing I can really do about it. So he can't take anything. Okay, a bunch of land. Guess we can bring our Advanced Stitchwing back. If we do that, we can put -1/-1 counters on his Distended Mindbender. Okay, we're going to continue playing and see what he's got in his hand, because I'm not sure we've got him beat now or not. This deck is definitely, you got to think about what you're doing. It's a thinking deck. Okay, which one do we want to discard? I guess we'll discard that. And let's go ahead and put a minus counter on him. So it's a 4/4. Okay, let's just go ahead and empty our hand out. We've got the Fevered Vision, so we'll have 2 cards this next turn. But I feel like we need to go ahead and take advantage of the fact that he doesn't have any land. We even gave him Fevered Visions to help him draw extra land, and he still couldn't make it work. So he's got Crypt Breaker. I thought about putting Crypt Breaker in there. Crypt Breaker, Insolent Neonate, 2 cards that could have gone in this deck just as easy as something else. Okay, he plays an Insolent Neonate. Okay, we might bring this Advanced Stitchwing back on our turn. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. See how things go. Here's the stats on Distended Mindbender. You can see what he does there. You can pause the video there and get a more detailed description of what it does. Okay, how do we do this? Let's go ahead and discard the 2 cards we've got and put a negative counter everywhere. That'll kill those 2 creatures. Let's put a negative counter here. Okay, so he elects to draw and discard. So a Lightning Axe is going to kill something. Going to kill his own guy. That was kind of strange. But we'll put as many -1/-1 counters on Distended Mindbender as we can. Okay, Advanced Stitchwing comes back. So let's attack. Do we attack with it? I think we just go ahead and attack and just try to put him down. If he kills one of our Ruthless Snipers, then that's okay. Okay, goes through the block on our Haunted Dead. So we can draw a card and discard a card. So it was a land, okay. Nothing we could really do with that, so it was just trying to see what it was. So, unless he's got a board wipe, we'll see. He might have a board wipe of some sort. See, he's got a bunch of stuff he could bring back too. Okay, Prized Amalgam. I don't think that's enough to save him. So it looks like we got there. So yeah, I like this deck. It's kind of hard to play sometimes because you get so many choices, but that's what's good about it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment about the matches, and we can discuss what I played and how I could have done differently. Thanks.